You know what? Let me try and look semi-decent for this video because this is a very interesting video and yeah. So, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You know what? I'm embarrassed. I'm actually embarrassed to come on here because I've been missing for 5 months, okay? But I don't want to get into it too deep. You know me, I'm always a busy person. I'm a uni student. I am a business owner, personal trainer, and now a viral TikToker. Anywho, let's get into this video where I explain my whole transplant process. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's get into it, baby. So this video is going to be divided into 3 parts. So the first part will be explaining why I got my hair transplant. The second part would be the whole process, the whole procedure of the hair transplant and how much it costs, etc. And then the last thing I'll talk about will be about my overall experience, how I felt about the journey, and so on and so forth. So we're going to get into the first part of the video, which is why I did my hair transplant in the first place. So I have some notes here, so I'll be looking down at it sometimes. So yeah. My edges were basically balding due to excessive gelling and pulling of my hair, especially when I had dreadlocks. Yeah, so the whole balding process I think began in 2016, I would say. End of 2016, when I was going into sixth form. I would grab my hair tie, I would gel my edges, and then I would use that hair tie to sleek my dreadlocks back to make it look nice and neat, because the sleek eye look was the style then, but it really ruined my edges. So that basically just created traction alopecia. And over time, especially I noticed this in 2019, I just had a bald spot on the side of my edges, and there was nothing I could do. When I would feel my edges, it would just feel like skin. In 2019, I started trying the castor oil methods, every single thing that you can research about growing edges, I have done it on YouTube. I will grab the castor oil, the essential oil, mix it, put it on my edges, you know what I mean? And I did that until all the way from mid 2019 until early 2021. And I'm thinking, my edges are still damn bold. I'm seeing transformations on YouTube of women saying that the castor oil is growing their edges. And I'm not seeing that. With me, my edges are still bold. And that's because my edges were basically just scarred. Once your edges are scarred, there is no way of hair coming out of that head unless you go to do a surgical procedure. And that's what I decided to do. So one of the reasons I decided to do a surgical procedure was that I came across a video by Paige Keiki talking about her hair transplant journey and the company she went with, which was Longevita. Okay, I saw her whole process and her 3-year transformation. I was like, wow, you can really do this for your edges. I just looked at it. I think I came across the video beginning of 2021. And then I was just considering it, but I wasn't really fully invested in it. And then, yeah, once I saw that video, and I took out my dreadlocks. I think I took out my dreadlocks, in 2021. Yes. I think I took it out October. No, that's a lie. I think I took out my dreadlocks November. It's been over a year now, I think. November 2020. Don't quote me on that. I think it's November 2020 I took out my dreadlocks. So once I took out my dreadlocks, I could really see like the areas that were just bald, especially like once I got my natural like 4C hair back. I went to like try all these new hairstyles I wasn't used to trying for like over 11 years. I went to put it up in a high bun, but then like I would just feel like I have this bald spot here, and I will try and like spray with like the black spray from Amazon, which will do the job. But it's like I was tired of like hiding the fact that I had a bald spot there. And you can notice sometimes, like if you were up close, you would see it. And it was like not necessarily a problem for others, but it was a problem for me. And that's the reason why I did it. Some people are like, oh, it's not even that bad. It's not. But for me, baby, I did not like it. That's why I wanted to do it. And yeah, the thing was that it was so easy to hide. Like people are telling me now, but it doesn't look like, I never saw your bald spot. Like, why did you decide to do it? It was so easy to hide because I have thick hair. Like my hair's thick, baby. And when I would like, I could cover it, I could gel it to like make it look like, you know, like if you don't have edges, you know how to work around it. Like, but I was tired. You know what I mean? I was tired. I didn't want to do it anymore. So yeah, that's why I decided to do it. Now we're on to the second part of the video, which is about the process of getting my hair transplant and so on. So I first researched a bunch of hair transplant company on Google, and also I use YouTube as a great tool for me because I saw a lot of hair transplants that were basically mainly catered to white men, and I'm thinking, can transplants be for Black women as well? Because obviously I saw Paige Keiki, but I went to like see someone who had the same type 4 hair as me, and I came across two predominant hair transplant companies, which was Longevita and Natural Hair Transplant, which is based in America. So I researched them. I got in consultation with both of them actually. And one of them, the Natural Hair Transplant, said that I had a nose ring at the time, and the nose ring was infected, and I had a consultation with them. This is a bit weird. And they said that, oh, because I have an infection, a keloid, they said, but I did not have a keloid. I don't know what they were chatting about. Maybe they saw that I was young, so they thought I couldn't afford, so they just let me go. But yeah, so they were like, no, we can't do it because if you can have an infection on your nose, that means you can have an infection on your head, and so on and so forth. So I just let that go. And then I did the same with Longevita. I had a consultation with Longevita, and then I asked them about the nose ring because my nose ring is infected. Can I do it? And they were like, yeah, of course you can do it. That doesn't matter, and so on. So I decided to like pay the deposit. They explained like the whole process, how the transplant works, and so on. Let me just go back a little bit. The difference between Longevita and the Natural Hair Transplant Company is that the Natural Hair Transplant Company in America they do a different transplant technique, which I don't like, where they basically like rip the hair from the back of your head, and then they kind of like implant it, and that can like leave like a scar at the back of your head. Whereas Longevita, they do the FUE technique, which is when they individually take each hair transplant, let's say like 3,000 grafts, and they individually put it in there, so it doesn't leave you with that scar at the back of your head, and your hair can still like grow back naturally. And that's why I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go with Longevita. Plus there were loads of like black women that went to them as well. Like, representation is so important because I could see myself in them, and because they had like loads of amazing results from black women in particular. I might list them here, a few YouTubers that you can watch as well if you're thinking of getting a hair transplant. Yeah, and they had amazing results. So I'm like, okay, let me do this. You only live once. Let me go, and so on. So I paid the deposit of £250. So yeah, I paid a deposit of £250 when I was sure. So now I'm just going to go through the whole payment, but this might be very different to you depending on how many grafts you need on your head as well, and whether you decide to book a hotel with them or not book a hotel with them, and transfer as well. So yeah, with my costs, in total it costs £1,370 in total. Okay, that included, they said that I needed 2,500 grafts, but I think I ended up doing 3,000 grafts, and that cost £1,170. The 5-star hotel was £85 per night. Yeah, so I stayed there for 2 nights. Yeah, so that was the price. The private transfer was £50. The transfer was nice. I like the car was really nice. And in total that just came up to £1,370. And that's what I paid. That was all. And then I came back to London. I got my hair transplant on like February the 15th. And then I came back February 16th back to London. So yeah, it was quite quick. The process wasn't that bad. I'm going to like explain the whole process now and like how it works. So the technique they used was the FUE transplant technique, where they individually take hair from the donor area, donor area from the back of your head, and they individually implant it at the front of your head. And that's what they basically did. This process took about 4 to 5 hours. It basically started by them in shaving the back of my head, right? Where they're collecting all the transplant, and they injected anesthetics into there. I would say the pain of those needles going into my head was phenomenal. It was just a good solid 7 out of 10 pain. That pain was very different. It wasn't like, I would say that was the only bad part of the procedure. Like, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos online that saying like the pain was like quite bad for them, but for me, I would say it was like a 6/7 out of 10, the pain. And they gave me this pill as well just to like relax me. So perhaps that was why I felt it was like that. But besides that, after the anesthetics are in, you feel legit no pain at all. You can just hear like the noise when they're taking like the hair transplant from your hair. And then they also inject anesthetics into the front of your hair once they begin the process. And this part hurt the most. Even this part was the worst part when they injected the anesthetic. I'll say the pain was like a 7.5/8. I really felt that one. But once the anesthetics were in, it was good. I think they did like 5 to 8 injections around my head. But yeah, after that, it was just smooth sailing. They then gave me like, I came back the next day, they cleaned everything up, and then they gave me like a shampoo Yeah, and they also gave me tablets the day I did my transplant as well. So they gave me like 3 tablets to take on 3 different days. I'll insert it like here so you can see like the video or a picture or something. Yeah, and then the next day is when they gave me the shampoo, and they said that I need to use the shampoo like for at least 15 days, and I need to like put it on my hair, wait for 30 minutes, rinse it out, then come back, put it again, rinse it, and then just get on with it. I'm also not supposed to do any exercise for like no exercise at all. They said for like 1 week or so, and then after 1 week you can do like light, really light exercise. And this is the worst part about it, because I like being active. I'm a personal trainer. I do a lot of like resistant training and stuff, and it's just a way for me to just stress relieve myself. So now, like, obviously I'm still trying to remain active, but it's really hard. Like, I'm trying to walk, like eat well and stuff like that, but it's like there's only so much I can do, and I just want to stay active, because being active is just a way of just living a healthy lifestyle, and that's what I'm all about. Having a healthy lifestyle, and being restricted in this way is affecting me mentally. Okay, but I'm fine. I'll be fine. It's just a few more days, then I can start to do a bit of light exercise here and there. But yeah, they said I should stay off the bodybuilding training for a month. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But I need this hair to grow, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice my body, my strength, everything for at least a month. Guys, if you see me in the gym before a month, don't even don't even say anything, because I don't know if I can not go to the gym for a month. Like, that is a very long time. You know what I mean? Yeah, so now we're just going to go on to the third part of the video, which is about like how I felt about the whole procedure, the whole process, and so on. So I would say, what I would rate Longevita's whole process, I would say it was like a solid 9 out of 10. Let's say an 8/9 out of 10. I felt like, obviously, when I got to the place, like the service was nice, the hotel, the transfer was nice when I got there. The medical staff were very nice. I also had the translator to like translate stuff for me, because all the doctors were Turkish, so they didn't understand English. They understood a little tiny bit, but they provided me with a translator, which was really good. And yeah, so the only thing I didn't like was when my blood test was being taken. The way I felt like these women were dragging me. One was holding my hand hostage. The other one was putting blood thing flowing from there. So that was the only thing I was like, damn, honey, like, calm down. I'm already a bit nervous, and now you're just checking my blood anyhow. So yeah, you do get a blood test as well, so that's important to know. They will tell you everything you need to know in the consultation. This is not sponsored. I don't even have the amount of subscribers to be sponsored like that, so I'm just telling you my experience, like full on, real, everything. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Like, comment down below what other videos you want me to do. If you want me to like do like a detailed Q&A, like write your questions down there in the comment section, and I might do a whole video for you guys just answering all your questions. So yeah, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling good by the grace of God. And yeah, I'm great. If you guys want to see an up close version, that's basically it. I know some of you might have trypophobia, so I'm sorry. Just a trigger one. I've already triggered you before I said it. It's fine. Anywho, yeah, so bye guys. I'll see you in the next video. And peace.